Hello everyone, welcome back. This is episode number 2 of my Pro Wrestling Sim Save, and I think I've settled on the name WWE Reborn, as it's sort of my own way of doing the WWE. We're just going to carry on where we left off, to be honest. No real recap needed, as the first couple of weeks it sort of explains itself. So from New Jersey, we've got Monday Night Raw. So fresh off the heels of King of the Ring, the King of the Ring winner, Tommaso Ciampa, opens up the show. He says he isn't going to be changing his name to King Ciampa or anything. He has one focus, and that's to win Goldie. That Seth Rollins is holding, and he will do that at WWE Money in the Bank. Seth comes out and praises his victory, but at the end of the day, he'll do whatever it takes to walk away still WWE World Heavyweight Champion. The two have an intense stare down. So I've got about 6 weeks, I think, to build Ciampa up as a main event player before Money in the Bank. That is the next Raw pay-per-view, but it's also a co-pay-per-view with Smackdown and NXT. That got an 89 overall. Lacey Evans continues her winning streak. She beats Kayden Carter this time, 1-star match, 59%. So we've brought back the WWE Light Heavyweight Championship, and it was in a fatal 4-way. JD McDonald, Ricochet, Mansoor, and Drew Gulak. Now the first match of this got a 4-star match quality and 76 overall, and Ricochet will be carrying the gold from today. So the light heavyweight title is like the cruiserweight title. No heavyweights can compete for it. It's sort of a mid-card title, but Ricochet's been on a roll for me, so deserves the belt in my opinion. Robert Stone cuts a promo. He introduces his first client, which is Robert Roode. It's time to restore him back to being glorious again. 78. And they start off by beating Cameron Grimes. Roode wins, 2.5 star, 72%. The hype video for Dragonborn plays again. Their debut is next. And Dragonborn start off nicely. They beat Sangha and Veer in this Seer. 2.5 star match quality, 54%. It says Dragon Lee is masterful in these tag team situations. However, Ultimate Dragon and Dragon Lee have pretty bad chemistry as a tag team. So I formed a good tag team that don't work well as a tag team. Well, we'll see how that goes. 54%. Another tag match. Saruka and Becky Lynch beat Sonya Deville and JC Jane. Becky with the win. 2-star match. 74%. Post-match argument. For the match, Mandy Rose promises they will get their revenge, but it'll be on their time. 86%. Dexter Lumis and Johnny Gargano get beat by Ivar and Eric of the Viking Raiders. This got a 3-star, 76%. Following the match, Karrion Kross appears on the screen. He tells them that one of them is the weak link and they need to move forward to be stronger. Tick tock. So Kross is planting some seeds between Dexter Lumis and Johnny Gargano. I've got an 83. Tag team, women's tag team title for the Raw brand. Ronda Rousey, Shayna Baszler beat Billie Kay and Peyton Royce, the Iconics. 2.5 star, 78%. Very good match considering they're all heels. The Alpha Academy against the Creed brothers. Another good tag match. 3.5 star, 71%. So even though the crowd reaction's 60. In a dark room, we see a chair rocking back and forth, back and forth. Bray puts his hand on the person's shoulder. Uncle Howdy turns round and says, "It's time we go back. It's time we show the whole wide world what we can do." It's got a 95. This is planting the seeds for the return of Bray Wyatt and Uncle Howdy. I'm not really sure what to use them for, but I didn't want them doing nothing. 95%. Ron Quinn, I would say that is, versus Kevin Owens. 2.5 stars, 68%. Kevin Owens with the win. They were not very good as opponents. New Day. Kofi Kingston and Xavier Woods beat Imperium's Giovanni Vinci and Ludwig of Kaiser. 4-star match, 79%, so a very good tag match. Following the match, Imperium and the New Day continue to fight and brawl out to the back, leaving Big E and Gunter alone, who come face to face. Nothing goes down for now, but Big E is chomping at the bit to have a shot at the Intercontinental title. So this is now looking at bringing Big E back into the fold. 75. Drew McIntyre beats Bronson Reed. 2.5 star, 75. Creatively, not really sure what to do with Drew at the moment, but you never know. We'll see what happens. Riddle beats The Miz, 2-star match, but got an 8%. Logan Paul is showing Vince McMahon and Adam Pearce how many views he's got on his YouTube for his knockout punch on Cena. He says he can do it again. Vince recommends we make money out of this and glares at Adam Pearce. He books Logan Paul versus John Cena at Money in the Bank. So we're going to have Cena versus Logan at Money in the Bank. Main event time. Tommaso Ciampa defeats Shinsuke Nakamura. Again, I'm trying to build Ciampa up into a main eventer. 3.5 star, 84%. So he's putting in the match quality. So that part's good. I've just got to pair him up with people properly. Get him there. Raw gets an 80. Oh, probably one of my worst shows. It's fine. I'm not unhappy with that. It's always going to be a challenge being WWE because you're the top dog. And I mean that literally. Alright, NXT from Connecticut. I've just booked it in the local large arena for this one. Alright, quick start here. Von Wagner beats Josh Briggs, 1 star, 44%. Dijak beats Ora Mansar, Harvey Burnell, 2-star match, 61%. Trying out this tag team of Tegan Nox and Roxanne Perez. They beat Blair Davenport and Valentina Feroz. 2.5 star, 57%. The crowd weren't really into this one. Hurt Business arrives. Limo pulls up. MVP leads the Hurt Business out. He grabs the cameraman and says, "Carmelo Hayes, Trick Williams, you could have been rolling like this. Now we're going to roll through you." 83%. Axon and Akira Tozawa tagged up to face the Dyad. Dyad win again. 3-star match, 69. Women's NXT Tag Team Championship on the line. Alba Fire, Isla Dawn beat Tia Hall and Xia Li. 1.5 star, 58%. Dragunov beats Nathan Frazier. This got a 4-star quality, 70%. So good match quality there. Tony D'Angelo, Channing Lorenzo approached Ziggler. They were impressed with his match last week and asked him to join their family. Ziggler turns it down, saying he needs to prove to himself he can still do this on his own. 76%. Another random tag. Von Erich Dynasty versus Noam Dar and Mustafa Ali. Ali picks up the win for his team. 2.5 star, 67%. Elias gets a win, beats Joe Gacy. This was set under chaotic, got 3-star match quality but an 83%, so probably one of the better matches I've had, and made Elias look good in the process. Final match, Eric Young quickly jumps Elias, drags him out the ring and slams his head over and over and over again into the steel steps, before eventually being dragged away by security. So, and this got 72. Tag team action, Nash Carter, Wesley, Tyler Bate versus Angel Garza, Carello and Eddie Thorpe. And an upset here, Angel Garza picks up the win. 3.5 star, 70%. Joe Coffey versus Dolph Ziggler. Ziggler wins. I set it to steal the show, and the show off is always obliged to do that. 3.5 stars, 76%. Final match, Gallus attack Ziggler. Before anything can go down, Tony D'Angelo and Channing make the save, sending Gallus packing. Tony offers a handshake, but Ziggler backs away. This got an 81. Tiffany and Gigi. Gigi calls out Tiffany and challenges her to a title match at NXT's Great American Bash. Tiffany accepts on the condition she wins her next match. 82%. And the deck is stacked. It's a 5-way match, but Gigi beats Wendy Chow, Stevie Turner, Tatum Paxley, and Nikita Lyons. This got only 1.5 star, 66%. Main event time. Big Omas, he beat Duke Hudson. The match quality was a dud, 54%. And Omas was struggling for breath at the end, but he got over. Need to book him better, I guess. Oh wow, we actually lost popularity. 77%. Took a hit there on NXT. Maybe Omas is not quite ready. Oh, slight dent in my popularity there. Gone from 83 to 82.7 because I lost that 0.3. NWA had a TV show. So coming up for me is going to be Smackdown and then Smackdown's pay-per-view. So we've got double Smackdown coming up. Vicky Guerrero makes a contract renewal for AEW. They also had Dynamite. Kenny beat Joe. Taya Valkyrie beat Julia Hart. Stardom here with a Midsummer Tour. And Vicky's staying at AEW. I wouldn't resign her personally. Impact Wrestling, Motor City Machine Guns defeat ABC for the tag titles. Mickie James also wins the Knockouts Championship, so 2 title changes in Impact. Leah Rush beat Lindsay Dorado on MLW. Ring of Honor, who did they do? Eddie Kingston beat Brian Cage in the main event. That would have been pretty good. New Japan, Kenny's always in the main event. Right, so up next we're going to have a double dosage of Smackdown. First the TV show and then Hell in a Cell. Right, Smackdown is booked from Mississippi. So it opens with Kurt Angle. He books a series of matches tonight between a Judgement Day and Edge, Orton and Rhodes. We're going to have Finn versus Orton, Dominic versus Edge, and Cody versus Priest. It's got an 84. Henley and James versus Natalia and B-Fab. Henley and James won. 1-star match, 58%. Bit of a random tag. Von Wagner, Baron Corbin, beat Odyssey Jones and Rick Boogs, half a star 62. Now, I'm tempted to throw these two together as a tag team. Shotzi versus Nikki Cross. Nikki Cross with the win. 2-star match, 69. LWO, Cruz de Toro and Joaquin Wilde versus Elton Price and Kit Wilson with Zelina Vega and Lola Vice at ringside. The LWO pick up the win. Very good match, 2.5 star and 65%. Brawling Brutes cut a promo, hyping. It's time for the group to refocus. A bit of a self-hype here, 77%. Edge versus Dominic. Edge picks up the win. Only 1.5 star, so it could be Dominic, could be Edge. 71%. It was a count out finish though, to be fair. Corey Jade continues her little winning streak. She beats Liv Morgan 1-on-1. 1.5 star, 67%. Following the match, Corey makes her way backstage. Joe Stark and Trish Stratus give her a nod of approval. 79%. So I'm considering making this a stable. LWO meet LA Knight. So the LWO in the ring celebrating still. They're capturing the tag team championship last week. They get interrupted by LA Knight. Let me talk to you. LA Knight, yeah, wants to make a statement, and he wants Bad Bunny tomorrow night at Hell in a Cell. Yeah. Bad Bunny accepts the challenge, so we're going to have Bunny versus LA Knight. It's got an 87. Cody versus Damian Priest. 2.5 star, 79%. Cody wins. Bianca Belair teamed with Emma versus Bayley and Io Sky. Damage Control. This was actually a really good match. 4.5 star, 86%. Yeah, excellent. We gave the win to Damage Control because following the match, Emma snaps and attacks, blindsides Bianca Belair. Montez Ford pulls her off. Riddick Moss wasn't happy about that, and floors Ford. Moss and Emma look at each other and smile. They both beat down Bianca Belair and Montez. So what we've done here, we've turned Emma heel and we've turned Moss heel. Moss was a success. Emma's was a failure apparently. Randy Orton versus Finn. Finn with a win. 4-star match. This could have main evented. 97. Probably my best match. The Chaos segment really improved the crowd's reaction and master skill. So I'm going to have to use Chaos a bit more. Following the match, classic brawl. The trio of Edge, Orton, Rhodes took out the Judgement Day. That got a 94. 6-man, AJ, Gallows and Anderson the OC lose to Bron Breakker, Austin Theory and Grayson Walker. This was to push the young guys over. 2.5 star, 80%. Heyman cuts a promo on the Usos saying tomorrow night at the POE they will put them in a place and they'll have no choice but to acknowledge the tribal chief. It's got 95. And do I do the... So I'm face turning the Usos. I'll do it now. Was a success. Main event time. Usos versus the Bloodline. Jimmy and Jay versus Roman and Solo Sequoia. Roman with the win. Only got 3.5 star, 88. Maybe because I didn't have it as chaotic. So it's good to know in the future for that one. Very good Smackdown. 88%. One of my highest rated shows. I'm going to have to use that chaotic factor a bit more, which you can put in your booking. It's based on charisma, a lot of that is, so it's definitely worth doing. Entertainment skills, I suppose. Alright, we'll have a quick glance at Rampage. that the Lucha Brothers beat Eddie Kingston and Metalik. ICW for anyone that's interested, have a quick look. JCW held a live event. Nick Gage is your world champ. Always have a little look at the bottom. The bottom is where retirements and stuff pop up, but nothing there. So yeah, up next, Smackdown presents Hell in a Cell. Right, Hell in a Cell, here we go. From Texas. So we open up with the hype video, Pyro, and then we join Michael Cole, Pat McAfee, and Wade Barrett, who run through the show. 80%. Nice little opener. Bron Breakker defeats Odyssey Jones just to keep Bron on the card, to be honest. 1.5, 68%. Corey J continues her winning run, beats Shotzi here. 1.5, 63%. So the Brawling Brutes, Sheamus and Ridge, beat Corbin and Von Wagner, and also beat Hit Row. 1.5, 67. So this was for the Cruiserweight title that I've brought in to SmackDown. It was a fatal 4-way. Joaquin Wells, Cruz de Toro, Ikemen Jiro, and Grayson Waller. Grayson was the obvious choice. 2-star 68, and Grayson got a good popularity boost here. Following the match, he grabs the mic and tells us this is just the beginning. He's going to be using this as a stepping stone to bigger things. 92%. Alright. I hope that's set as tag, otherwise I've ruined it. But this was for the Women's Tag Team Championship. Damage Control, Pip and Nevin. Aya Sky, KOTR there. As you can see, all the SmackDown, it should have been Trish and Zoe have won the match. 3.5 stars, 77%. And then following the match, they celebrate. If I've accidentally made it a singles title and not a tag, I'll have to delete it and then redo it. Austin Theory retains the United States Championship. He beats Carl Anderson. 2-star match, 76%. So let's do the character changes first. So we've changed the gimmicks for Riddick Moss and Emma, making them heels and making them, well, they actually work well as a chemistry, which helps, and so does Bianca Belair and Montez Ford. So this is a good feud for me to have. 3-star match, 74%. Montez Ford won. It was by DQ. LWO retain the tag titles. They beat Pretty Deadly. 3-star match, 76. Angle announces the 6-man tag later between Judgment Day, Edge, Rhodes and Orton will now be no disqualification. 98. Upset. Big upset. According to the game at least. Bad Bunny gets beat by LA Knight. 2-star 79. Big popularity change here. He got a big overness change here. Worth it though. Pushing LA Knight. Pre-match promo from Rhodes, Edge and Orton. They're going to end the Judgment Day. 98. So, wow, here we go. My first 4-star match, but 100 overall. This was because we had a major spot. It was set to chaotic, which is why it's 13 minutes. Edge, Rhodes and Orton beat the Judgment Day. This got a 100. Best match. Hype for the main event. We'll have a little video package going over the whole Bloodline storyline. Don't know why they're already face, but okay. And the main event for the Unified World Championship. 25 minutes. So Roman Reigns is your new WWE Unified World Champion. This is because I've retired the WWE and the Universal Champion. In real life, if this comes out after a belt is made, I'd probably update the belt. But Roman beats both the Usos in a triple threat Hell in a Cell. Had a big spot. 91% match quality, 3.5 star, but also a 100. And the pay-per-view, or PLE, sorry, I keep calling it pay-per-view, got a 89. Very good, very good. Smackdown exclusive premium live event. We should have made a bit of money on that one. 1.8 in ticket sales. AEW had their Saturday show. Kenny beat Christian. My recruitment. GCW here had their pay-per-view. New Japan. I think it's just one of their tours. Will Ospreay beat Shibata. WXW Driver Champions. Can't really see anything else. There's Stardom there. So we're progressing quite nicely. No news. A bit random, but okay. Up next we're gonna have Raw. We'll get NXT done and probably the next Smackdown as well. But we'll see how we do for time. But yeah, up next is Raw. Here we go. So from Alberta, Canada, we're having a couple of Canada shows. Raw opens. Logan Paul has an OTT entrance. John Cena then joins him in the ring. The two insult each other. Adam Pearce comes out and says tonight they both need to find a tag team partner because that will be our main event. It's going to be Logan Paul and partner versus Cena and partner. We've got a 93 overall for that, so pretty good. A few tag teams thrown together here. Carmella and Lacey Evans end up beating Dana Brooke, Ivan Neal, and Carter and Chance. 2-star 66. Viking Raiders beat the Creed Brothers. Good match. 3-star match 67. 6-man tag Ricochet teams with Ultimo and Dragon Lee to beat Charlie Dempsey, Drew Gulak, and JD McDonough. 3.5 star 73%. Seth and Ciampa. Cameron's hurry backstage to the parking lot where Ciampa has Seth's head in the car door. He then slams it and leaves Seth in a pool of blood. Ciampa has a crazy look in his eye and it's got a 100. Alpha Academy beat Indus-Sia. 2-star 67. Changed their pictures. Made them a bit more classy looking. Bronson Reed beats Cameron Grimes, 2.5 stars, 69%. Asuka retains the Women's Championship. She beats Indy Hartwell, 3-star match, 77. Asuka and Indy had terrible chemistry as a match, but still produced a 3-star match at 77. So Lashley and Rude beat Dexter Lumis and Johnny Gargano. 3.5 star 80%. Final match, Karrion Kross appears again. He tells them the time is nearly over. They need to make a decision soon before he forces them to do so. TikTok 86. Oh, the match before got an 80 by the way. Mandy Rose, Chelsea Green, Jacy Jayne and Sonya Deville beat Charlotte Flair, Becky Lynch, Lita and Sol Ruka. This got 2.5 star and 80%. Yeah, the heels needed a win, otherwise what's the point of this feud? Imperium vs Big E, New Day, Woods, Kofi, Big E with a win. This was Big E's return match. 3-star 81%. Following the match, Big E grabs the mic and challenges Gunter to the IC title. He shakes his head and says no before walking off. 79. Logan Paul just got off the phone. He's so happy. Brags to Vince that ratings will hit the roof tonight because he's bagged a great partner. 89. Tag title defense here. Owens and Sami Zayn retained against John Morrison and The Miz. 4-star match, 88%. The push Ciampa continues. He beats Drew McIntyre. 3.5 star, 86%. As you can see, he was a threat. Drew put him over. Logan Paul comes to the ring and introduces his partner. It's Brock Lesnar. 99. Cena makes his entrance, stops halfway down. The lights go out. When they come back on, Bray Wyatt is stood next to him. So we got Logan and Brock versus Wyatt and Cena, which gave us a 2.5 star quality, 89. It went chaotic. I think. Did I put chaotic? I don't think I did. I should have put chaotic. Never mind. But crowd loved it. Match not so great. But final score of 89. Logan Paul and Brock Lesnar win. Good Raw. Strong Raw. Building good here. 87 overall. Ratings are picking up. To be honest, the only stumbling block seems to be NXT. Oh, I wasn't expecting that. That's a surprise. We're saddened to hear the death of Tammy Tonga. The 40-year-old passed away overnight. However, details of the cause of this shocking death are unknown. So that's a random death in the game. Look, our openness has crept back up. That's so yeah, doesn't really say much else. So in real life, he's the one that WWE are trying to bring in. He could be a part of the bloodline, part of the Gorillas of Destiny. A lot of money. You make loads in ticket sales. But yeah, first you do get random deaths, so don't be surprised if any more come up. But yeah, I was quite surprised with that one. Alright, NXT. The one that has the little bump in my ratings here. So we open up with Triple H. He says we're going to have a battle royal to crown a new NXT Cruiserweight Champion. 97. A dud match here from developmental. Pittman and Morris lose to the Von Erichs. 46. Random women's tag. Trying to see if I can get any tag chemistry. So it looks like we've picked one up here. Tatum Paxley and Adriana Grace have decent chemistry as a team. So we're going to team them now. 1.5 star, 46. Lila, Valkyrie and Tamina won that match. Rick Fowler, Jagger Reed the Dyad beat Dante Shannon Heights there from the recruitment. 2.5 star, 54. Davenport and Turner beat Xylee and Danny Palmer. 1 star, 46. But they also now have decent chemistry as a team. So we've formed 2 new women tag teams in NXT. That helps me a lot, actually. Wesley isn't happy with what Eric Young did last week to Elias. EY tells him to do something about it, put his belt on the line and face him in the ring. Wesley says see her out there. And that got 93. Joe Gacy beats Andre Chase. 1 star match, 66%. Gallas lose to Dijaks. Jensen and Briggs, 2 star, 54. Ziggler thanks Tony for helping him last week, but makes it clear he still wants to do things on his own and leaves. He seems annoyed about it. 75%. Dragunov beats Thorpe, 2 star match, 56. Good match here. Tyler Bate beats Angel Garza, 3 star match, 71%. Braun Strowman's definitely gets someone to sign the contract. As the camera pans round, it's Braun Strowman. He has been snapped by a draft to NXT. He's been snapped up, let's just say. 93. So because ratings are suffering on NXT, we're bringing Braun Strowman across. So this is just his intro. We'll chuck him into action next show. Battle Royal here. Mustafa Ali is your new NXT Cruiserweight Champion. He's the only one that gained overness. This would be what a Royal Rumble would look like, I would imagine. 1.5 stars, 68. Post-match, Ali does a lap around the ring to celebrate. 82. Gigi, Tegan and Roxy. Perez beats Stratton, Alba Fire and Isla Dawn. 3-star match, 77. I set this to chaotic. That's good. NXT North American Championship on the line. Eric Young technically won by DQ. Wesley retains the belt though. 3.5 stars, 73. Elias interfered, causing the DQ. Following the match, Elias tried to attack Eric Young after costing him the title, but he escapes through the crowd. Main event time. Bit better. Put it to chaotic to try and help the big man here, Omos. So Omos and Shelton are beaten by Ziggler and Hayes. 2.5 stars, 74, but 74 was better than last time Omos main evented. Lost popularity, 69. So NXT's, what are you doing to me? It's fine, something to work on. So the news will be the money, ticket sales. We're in Canada again for that one. And the NWA there. Another New Japan show. Wednesday, Dynamite is the only thing really happening. Kenny Punk Danielson beat and Shibata beat MGS, Mojo Pack and Daniel Garcia. Pretty big main event there. Right, we've got Impact. Kevin Knight and Kushida beat PCO and Jonathan Grisham. Trinity beat Su Yung. Honor Club. Tell you what, Lucha Brothers are getting a nice push. It looks like Shibata's just won the Ring of Honor World Championship. Claudio Castagnoli lost it. So yeah, up next will be the last show of this video and will be Smackdown. Coming off the back of the pay-per-view. Okay, again from Canada. Smackdown opens with Rhea Ripley bragging that she's the best on Smackdown. This gets interrupted by Bayley and Alexa Bliss. Both have something to say about it and eventually decide later tonight will be Bayley versus Bliss. And we'll try and completely turn Alexa, which was the character overhaul, was a success. 91, so basically our face turned her. Corey Jade beat Natalia. 2 stars, 63. Liv Morgan and Raquel Rodriguez beat Pippa Niven and Nikki Cross. Liv Morgan with a win, 2 star, 69. Riddick Moss beat Angela Dawkins. Apparently they had incredible chemistry as opponents and it lifted the match. 1.5, 67. Following the match, Moss and Emma taunt Montez Ford and Bianca Belair. 74, this will continue their feud. Grayson Waller defends his Cruiserweight Championship, defeats Cruz del Toro. 2-star match, 66. Butch in one-on-one action beats Elton Prince. This was a 2.5 star, 70%. LA Knight is bragging about beating Bad Bunny. It catches the attention of Santos Escobar. He wants a match later tonight. LA agrees. Yeah, 92%. Trish and Zoe Stark retain their Smackdown Women's Tag Team Championship. This was a 2-star match, 69%. They beat Lola Vice and Zelina Vega of the LWO. It's a custom belt that is in the picture pack, in case you want to know. LA Knight beat Santos Escobar. This was also 2.5 star. This was 79. LWO all over this show. Rated RKO beat Corbin and Von Wagner. 1.5 star, 76. So I've changed up the Usos pictures. Now they're no longer in the bloodline. Heyman confirms they're no longer part of the bloodline. Cody interrupts, says it's time for him to finish the story. There might have been some road bumps along the way, but he believes it's his time. Reigns laughs it off and says, let's see how he gets on against Solo, and he might consider it. This was an 89 overall. AJ Styles beats Bomb Breaker. 3.5 star, 82%. This was a pretty good match. I'm sort of debating to put the US title on AJ at the moment, as I've not really got plans for Austin Theory. So this was, wow. Bliss versus Bayley got 4 star, 91%. This had a chaotic finish. The fans seemed to dislike there was no definitive winner. It was technically a draw. Disqualification because Rhea Ripley interfered. I don't know why I've got to do that again, but hey. Following the match, Rhea Bliss and Bayley are having to be held apart by road agents. As you see, there's Jamie Noble, Jason Jordan, Michael Hayes, Johnny Cena, Wally Holly, Kurt Angle's there. 93 overall. Main event, Cody Rhodes defeats Solo Sikoa. They had terrible chemistry as opponents. The timing was all over the place. This was only 2.5 star, 79. But it will push in Cody, I guess. 81 for the post pay-per-view Smackdown. Not too bad, to be fair. I've had worse, I've had better. But it's now building towards Money in the Bank. Smackdown got a lot of money for ticket sales. Suppose we'll have a gander at Rampage here. And tell you what, Kenny Omega is on fire at the moment. So the next up will be NXT's Great American Bash. So in regards to this video, this will be it for this time round. Hope you guys enjoyed episode number 2. And we'll keep on watching. And as always, take care everyone. Thank you. Goodbye.